Hi, I'm Jose Armenta, and this is your Federal Employee Benefits, where we cover topics aimed at helping first federal employees like you make smart financial decisions. Today, we're going to answer a question that I get all the time, which is how to roll your TSP over to an IRA. Now, we're not going to dive into whether you should or shouldn't transfer your TSP to an IRA. I covered that in a different video, and I'll put a link to that video down below. Okay, let's dive right in. Now, before we get started, if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any future videos. Okay, so the first step when rolling over your TSP to an IRA is you have to open up an IRA, right? There has to be a place for your funds to arrive at. So choose a custodian that you like, whether that's Charles Schwab, Fidelity, Vanguard, doesn't matter. Just pick one that you like. Okay, maybe do a little research and pick one that you like, their platform and their investments. Okay. Now, after you pick the custodian and you go to open up the account, you're going to want to select a rollover IRA. Now, there's a lot of confusion between rollovers and transfers. What you're actually going to do here is a direct rollover. Okay, there's a little difference there, and I have a video covering whether you should do a transfer, an indirect rollover, or a direct rollover. That's beyond the scope of this video, but just so that you know, what this video covers is a direct rollover. Okay, so you're going to select rollover IRA when selecting what type of IRA you want to open, and all that does is designate that these funds are coming from an employer-sponsored plan, okay, which the TSP is. Now, one thing to be aware of is that you want to ensure that you're moving funds from one tax status to the same type of tax status account. Meaning, if you're moving funds from a traditional TSP, you want to ensure that you're opening up a traditional IRA. Okay, and the same goes for Roth. If you have a Roth TSP that you're going to transfer over to an IRA, make sure you open up a Roth IRA. Okay, you want the accounts to be like kind. Okay, it's very important to avoid any tax consequences. Okay, now step 2, once you have all of your IRA account information, you're going to want to go to your TSP account, log in. Now, this may change depending on when you watch this video, but the steps will be similar. Okay, you're going to want to find where the withdrawals and rollovers out option is. Okay, currently it's under, you can find it under quick links. Okay, now once you find that, you're going to have 3 choices. Okay, you can choose from annuity purchase, you can choose from partial distribution, or you can select total distribution. Okay, for most folks, you're going to want to pick partial distribution. Okay, unless you want to take all your money out of the TSP, then you would pick total distribution. But most folks are not going to want to take all their money out of the TSP, because then they would close your TSP account and you'll lose access to one of the great accounts, one of the great funds that you have access to as a federal employee, which is the G fund. Okay, a risk-free investment that provides a good rate of return. Okay, so for most folks, it's going to make sense to leave a little bit of money in there, at least $200 in the TSP, so you'll want to do a partial distribution. Okay, now after you select that, you'll be able to select whether you want to roll over an amount to an IRA or another employer plan, whether you want to roll over an amount to you, or whether you want to roll over an amount to another institution. Okay, you're going to want to pick another institution. Do not get the money sent to you. If you get the money sent to you, then that becomes an indirect rollover, and there can be some tax consequences there. Okay, things get a lot messier when you get the funds sent to you. Again, there's withholding that you have to worry about. I'm not going to dive into why you should do a direct rollover. I'll put a video down below where I cover that. But just know that you're going to want to get the funds sent to an institution, to that IRA that you opened up in step 1. Okay. Okay. Now it's step 3. Once you enter all of the information for that new IRA in your TSP account, you're going to have a 7-day waiting period. Okay. You're going to have to wait 7 days after you enter that IRA information in your TSP account. Now, after that 7-day waiting period, you're going to go back to the screens that we covered in step 2. And you're going to select the amount that you want sent to the new institution, to your IRA. Okay. Once you select that, and you initiate the transfer, there's going to be a spousal consent form sent to your spouse if you are married, okay? And they're going to send that via email. Your spouse will be able to e-sign that, and then the process will be initiated. Now, be aware that the TSP still uses snail mail, okay? So they're going to write a check, a physical check, to the new institution. So if it's Charles Schwab, they're going to write a check to Charles Schwab with your account information for the benefit of you, and they're going to mail that to Charles Schwab. So it can take anywhere from 14 to 21 days for the new institution to receive that check and deposit that rollover fund to your account, okay? And that's it. That's how you roll over your TSP to an IRA, okay? Not too complicated, but there are some important steps that you want to follow, okay? Which, as a quick summary, make sure that the tax status of the accounts are like kind, traditional to traditional, Roth to Roth, okay? Make sure that you do a direct rollover, meaning that the funds go from the TSP to the new institution, okay? They bypass you. You do not want the funds deposited into your account, okay? And if you follow those tips, you're going to be okay, and you should have a smooth process. Now, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, hit that like and subscribe button. That's the best way to support this channel. And until next time, I'm Jose Armenta. Take care.